Hey guys, welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. Today, something a little bit different. Blizzard today have unveiled their new observer interface, or the replay interface. And this is what it is. You've probably seen it in a few casts and a few professional games if you've been watching, if you've been keeping up with them. But they've released it fully. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. I'm going to link you guys how to get it and how, and obviously there's all the instructions on how to install it now. And I'm going to take you through what all the little bits of it look like. So first off, the hotkeys. So if you press Control plus other modifiers and then keys, you'll get different bits of information. As you can see, the talents are all permanently displayed up here, so you can see level 1 talents, then one level 4, 7, 10, etc. All of those ones come up, and then this will be structures. This is obviously the time of the game. This is what level the teams are. And then, of course, you have kills here, and it's the time of the game. You have the replay control panel down here. To get rid of that, that'll be the first thing I'll show you. It's Control, Shift, and O, and that just makes that disappear. Obviously, I have the minimap here that's in quite a weird position, because obviously a lot of UI tends to be underneath it. It doesn't appear to be, anyway, for that to actually get rid of, aside from hiding the whole UI, which, of course, I don't really want to do. So the first thing is the stats page. Obviously, I'm not going to be casting this game at all. So that's Control 1 that brings up the stats page. This, obviously... Wait, did I see Control 2? Oh no, that's actually the wrong way around. Sorry. On the UI, it's actually the wrong way around. So Control 1 brings you up the talents. And this is obviously a more detailed version of what you'd see up here. So that's not really that useful, which takes up a lot of space. But Control 2 brings you up the stats, for which is obviously the really most important thing. So that gives you obviously the hero's profile of death, each hero damage, and then what role they've done. Really useful things to have. Useful things to have up all the whole time, but because of the nature of the Heroes of the Storm UI and how much of information they need to display, you tend to have a lot of things clogging the screen at once. So most of the time, if you're casting, you want to have that hidden, and talents will be there. But if you want to look at talents, specifically talk about talents for a little bit, that will be Control 1. You've got everything right there. I don't know why that's the wrong way around, but that is definitely the wrong way around for me. Anyway, so to control to hide the top bar, which is obviously that, you press Control E. It's fairly simple. To hide the chat log, which is obviously something which I haven't done, hence that appearing, it's Control Shift C. Obviously this will make no difference because I haven't got anyone chatting anything, but that's how you do it anyway. And of course, to get rid of all the UI is Control Shift E, and that gets rid of absolutely everything, including the minimap. Obviously very good if you want a kind of a cinematic experience and all that kind of stuff. But I think this UI is very nice. I do think it's a little bit cramped. If you followed me before, you know that I've tried my hand in a little bit of graphic design, and there's a few things that I don't agree with. For instance, this bar, I don't think that needs to be there at all. I think they could have got rid of that, moved the whole thing up a little bit, maybe just made the thing a little bit less cramped. I like this whole top bar. Aside from that, I like that the talents are displayed, I like that you can mouse over them. I like the health, even though I would have, I don't know about preferred it, but it would have been very interesting if health was displayed as part of the hero profile, maybe a translucent bar that reduced. I have no idea about programming, so I'm sure there's a way to do this, but I'm not entirely sure how to do it. Obviously the experience bar, very useful. Is a little bit confusing considering that they go away from the centre, both of them, whereas the heroes all go from left being minimum, right to being maximum. So just inconsistencies, and of course there's a little bit of critique here because you have to criticise things in order for people to improve. So that's my feedback on it. I feel it's a little bit cramped. I feel it could have been done, not necessarily better, but a little bit more efficiently. Maybe could have been done a little bit clearer. I'm not sure if this is the actual final observer interface, as they are talking about a preview and all kinds of stuff. But I hope that they fix a couple of things and just improve it in general. But other than that, I think it's a great start. I think that a new observer interface is desperately needed. I think the current one is a little bit lackluster and it's just not good enough. AliObs, which is of course the observer interface which I've been using up until now, is still very good and is probably, if you're used to using it, arguably a little bit better. But it all depends on what you want to use. Anyway. It's a short video today. I just thought I'd let everyone know about this if anyone's interested in casting or just watching me play in a more exciting and more in a better manner. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for enjoying this slightly different video. I have Mr. G, and I will see you next time.